What I'm about to tell you is something that I believe that before Stan Lee passed away, and that for those that don't know who Stan Lee is he's the guy that created Marvel Comics. You know, he created a lot of the superheroes in the Marvel universe, MCU. I believe that before he passed away, he created a separate group of comic books based on Atlanta. Because what I'm about to tell you, personally, if you haven't heard this, you would think that I'm making this up. But it goes like this. Just yesterday, a man got into an argument in downtown Atlanta. A convicted felon got into an argument with a regular civilian. He winds up shooting a regular civilian. There were two innocent bystanders that was, I guess, that were connected to the civilian that got shot. He wound up shooting those two. Now, those two were senior citizens. One was 69 and the other was 70 years old. What harm could they do? While in the process of that going on. And eventually the cops came in and subdued the convicted felon. You know, it's crazy how he got shot, but he was rushed to the hospital and he's okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy how this guy, the bad guys always get shot, you know, harmed, but they never get killed, right? So while in the process of that going on, a man hijacked a Gwinnett County bus in downtown Atlanta, held the bus driver at gunpoint, and forced the bus driver to drive through Highway 85 and another highway to get to Stone Mountain. As he's driving down the highway, he's caught, you know, the bus driver's, you know, like scared, you know, and he's listening to what the dude that hijacked the bus is saying, and the bus driver's hitting cars and different things like that, like causing accidents. This is crazy. I mean, I can't make this up. Like, it's at this point where you got to say in your mind, man, like, you know what? Let me just be fair. You know what I'm saying? It's just best not to move to any major cities, let alone Atlanta. Straight up. And for those that want to know, why do I continue to talk about Atlanta? Is because it's a popular city that black people migrate to. They think that they can actually make it. Because, you know, Atlanta is gifted with these so-called, you know what I'm saying, titles that they never live by, which is, it's the Black Mecca, you know, it's Black Hollywood, etc. And people continue to tell me, every time I make videos about Atlanta, they continue to tell me in the comment section over and over again, this guy's just ranting. He didn't make it, and this is the reason why, you know what I'm saying, he continues to make these Atlanta videos. Well, due to contrary belief, I left Atlanta. My lease was up. I could have stayed. I could have renewed my lease. I could have moved somewhere else. I didn't want to. Because I just know, aside from the violence, you know what I'm saying? It's just stupid shit that be going on in Atlanta. And it's times where you just be like shaking your head like, how? How did this happen? And I've said this before. Like, how does how does a bridge get burned down? A bridge that's on a major highway, Highway 85. How does a block of the bridge get burned down and the city of Atlanta blamed it on a crackhead? How does Hartsfield Airport, Atlanta's airport, an international airport, how does the lights just mysteriously go out? I could go on with this shit. Just crazy shit happening that I've never known a city to go through, like Atlanta. How in the same day, this happened yesterday, how in the same day there's a shootout with well, not a shootout, but it's a shootings, 3 people get shot, while in the process of that happening in downtown Atlanta. Same day, around the same time, a man hijacks a Gwinnett County bus with passengers in it and forces the bus driver to drive all the way up the Stone Mountain for some odd reason. And then today, to add insult to injury, they just had a bomb threat in downtown Atlanta, and they just cleared that. When does it get to the point where you say to yourself, man, you know what? It's not safe to live in any major city. It doesn't matter whether it's Houston, Dallas, Atlanta, Chicago, Los Angeles, Charlotte, Miami. The list goes on. When does it get to the point where you say to yourself, and I know what you all are going to say, well, damn, aren't you living in Charlotte? Oh, yes, I'm about to leave. When does it get to the point where you say in your mind, you know what? Every major city, you can make some major money in every major city. Of course, there's going to be attractions and things to do because it's a major city. But guess what? Along with the pros come the cons. And the cons is, with every major city, you're going to have what? Major problems, such as crime, murder, homelessness. The list goes on. And that's the truth. It gets to the point where you can't make any excuses, man. Because I don't make this shit up when dealing with Atlanta. I saw one person in the comment section of Atlanta, I think a recent video that I did about Atlanta, try to give me the statistics. You know what I'm saying? Like, stating that, well, you know, compared to New York, Atlanta has a low murder rate. Like as if that shit makes a difference. That shit don't make no difference. You want to know why? Because New York, there's way more people in New York than there are in Atlanta. Way more. And that at the end of the day, there shouldn't be any type of murders going on. Especially the type of murders that, see, this is the thing, like, what type of murders happen in New York? I want to entertain this shit. Because I could tell you, when I was in Atlanta, the type of murders and crime that was committed was just senseless and stupid. And I'm not trying to justify what happens, the murders that happen in New York and the crime and all the rest of that stuff. You know, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I'll give you an example. When I was living in Atlanta, a dude was on house arrest for breaking and entering, B&E, right? He was on probation. They put a ankle bracelet on him, right? This same motherfucker broke into a person's house while he had the ankle bracelet on. The probation officer is tracking his ass, and the owner of the house had cameras. It's just like, how stupid can you be? How stupid can you be to be an ex-felon with a gun and get in into an argument in downtown Atlanta where there's cameras every fucking where? I'm gonna go further. How stupid can you be to get in a gunfight, shootout, or commit any crimes in Atlanta or the surrounding areas where, man, I'm telling you, it is fucking a ridiculous amount of fucking law enforcement down there. You got the GPI, you got Georgia state troopers, you got, and when they come, straight up, this is my word, pause. When they come, it don't matter what county they come in. Like say for example, if some shit happens in Dunwoody, right? Dunwoody cops come, and then Atlanta cops come, and I'm talking about the surrounding counties come. So if some shit happens in, let's look at it like this. So if that shit happened in downtown Atlanta, regular Atlanta police cops come, but then there'll be other people from other counties, other law enforcement from other counties will go down there to assist the Atlanta police. You have the GPI, GBI, you'll have the regular state troopers, you'll have Cobb County, you'll have Sandy Springs, you'll have fucking Dunwoody cops. All of them go down there. Like, the police presence down there is ridiculous. I used to think about that shit all the time when I was in Atlanta. I was like, yo, how could these motherfuckers possibly commit so many fucking crimes? How? How do you shoot and kill niggas knowing that you're gonna get arrested? You're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. That's a fact. You're gonna get caught. And when you do get caught, it's not an if. It's when you do get caught, the prisons down there, oh, I've never been. I just saw it on the news. How they treat the prisoners in the jails. And, you know, one motherfucker I did a video about it. A motherfucker died off of bed bugs. He was complaining that bed bugs was biting him and shit. And I guess the bed bugs bit him up to the point where he died. It's just crazy, man. Like, I try to tell people that's not from the South and that's never lived in Georgia that, no lie, this is my word, I've been through the state like that. I've been through not all of it, but I've been through some areas. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Athens. I've been to Macon. Let me tell you something. Those two places, I'm dead ass serious. I don't think the black people really know that they're free. No lie, this is my word. Juneteenth is coming up. I don't even think that they know that they're free. I don't even think that they celebrate Juneteenth. This is my word. I've been to Edenton, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I was part of the cult, the Dr. York shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all know him as Iman Issa when he was in Bushwick. Not Bushwick. Yeah, I think it's Bushwick. Or just Brooklyn overall. Some of y'all know him as Iman Issa, Amanubi Rockbata, Dr. Melikazi York. So many damn names. When he had that land in Edenton, Georgia, I used to go down there. And the black people, I would go down and I'd be like, yo, man, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. I'm telling you, man, black people don't, there are rural areas in the state of Georgia where I think black people don't even know that they free. I've been to Augusta, same thing. The only place that's really popping in metropolitan area is Atlanta. The only place that you're really safe as a black person is really Atlanta. But then you're not really safe because of the crime. Straight up. Straight up. The outer skirts of 285. I think that's the highway, 285. The outskirts of 285 is where you face racism. Inside 285, which is Atlanta city limits, is what you face. You don't face racism. Somewhat. But the biggest thing that you face, that is going to be a shocker to you when you get down there, is classism. I ain't never met so many uppity Negroes in my life. That's real talk. It's just not it's just not a good move. It really isn't. It really isn't. And no major city is, not in this day and time. Straight up. It's just best to move out somewhere in the country. You know, you have more, you know, it's peace. It's peaceful. More land, you know, the air is breathable. Like, people don't even talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Cities like Atlanta, where the oxygen level, the air is polluted. Like, sometimes when people do these Atlanta videos, I look at them every now and then, you know what I'm saying? I listen to these people and it's like, yo, man, y'all really not talking about shit. Like, y'all are not addressing all of the fucking problem, like air pollution. Based on all the traffic and all the cars and shit, fucking up the air. Like, do you really want to move to Atlanta? Are you really ready to sit in traffic for hours? And there's traffic right now. It's never did. The traffic just don't stop. It used to be like when I was living there, it used to be certain times where the traffic was like, you know, a little relaxed. Nowadays, I look on the local news and they're like, yo, traffic is backed up 6 in the morning, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the afternoon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, god damn. I just don't understand it, man. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But black people keep on migrating there because they truly believe the hype. And it's fine. It's fine that you make a choice in your life that you want to do something like move to Atlanta. But know this, there are consequences behind it. You know how many, I've been doing these videos for years, man. You know how many videos I've done on Atlanta where it was a couple, you know what I'm saying, that moved down, that had a family, 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid. The 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid got killed, or the whole family got killed, or the single mom. This is a regular story. This is a normal, regular story. I've done a couple stories on that. You know what I'm saying? A single mom goes down to Atlanta looking for a better life. She might have moved from Chicago or someplace where it was really bad. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to get away from the crime. Next thing you know, her son gets into it with some gang member or some shit. Her son dies. It's just time for black people to really think about things, man. Straight up. Really think about shit. You know, really think about your life. And say to yourself, like, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? I can understand if somebody moves to Atlanta and they have a career. You know what I'm saying? And they got a better job, better pay, and they're living, even though the commute is gonna be fucking horrible, they're living, you know, on the outskirts. But even within, like I said, you living on the outskirts, you're gonna face racism. It's just, you know what? Let me tell you something. To live in America black is just sickening. Because when we move, wherever we move, it can't just be like, we got to ask questions that normal non-blacks don't have to ask. We have to be aware of our surroundings. Like, it can't just be, well, you know what? I got a good job. And the area that I'm moving to is nice. And I just need to find out, like, how's the schools down there? And once I find out how the schools down there is, because I got a family, you know what I'm saying? Then we good. Nah, black people got to go a little further. Like, how's the racism down there? How's the classism down? You know, is it classism down there? You know what I'm saying? How do blacks treat black people? We got to ask all these questions outside of what normal non-blacks don't have to ask or be concerned about. And that's just crazy. Like, you know, back in the days, they had the Green Book where it would tell you back in the days what, as you were traveling, what hotels and restaurants that were black, that, you know, where you could stop at and have a bite to eat, or, you know what I'm saying, you know, go to that specific hotel, or what do they call, bed and breakfast or something like that, where you could spend a night. Well, we need to have a Green Book right now for black people. And it need to tell us, we need to know where in the United States where we can live at, where we could be safe. We don't have to deal with racism. We don't have to deal with classism, violence, any of that shit. Cause I do. And if those If there's people that think that I don't know the difference, I'm going to let you know that I do. I know that there's a separation, and there's a division, and there's a difference. You got niggas that do this type of fuckery, hijack buses, and have shootings in downtown Atlanta, and then you have regular black people. Regular black people, all they want to do is live their life. They not trying to be uppity, boule, sorority, and all that bullshit fraternity shit. They just want to live a regular life. They want to go to work. They want to take care of their children. The holidays, they want to have cookouts, you know what I'm saying, and vacation and stuff like that. And that's it. Those blacks, we deserve to live in a place where we're safe. And we don't have to deal with certain things. So yeah, man, somebody need to come up with a green book and have it where there are, you know, we could look at this green book and say, excuse me, oh yeah, such and such city or county or whatever town that's in Nebraska is safe to move, or this or that and so forth. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, man, moving to these major cities, you're gonna face major problems. Straight up. No matter how optimistic you are, no matter how positive you are, no matter how many times, see, I'm gonna get on some next shit. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many times you sage yourself or wear amulets that protect you, you know, around your neck, and, you know, and your wrist, no, it doesn't make a difference. People are fucking demons out here nowadays. And shit could pop off anytime, anywhere. As I'm doing this video, I'm at a park, and I'm looking around. I'm scoping my surroundings. I'm looking through my rearview mirror. I'm looking forward. And as I'm doing my video, I got it on me. This day and time, man, that we living in is just not safe. And I don't want to carry. I'm tired of carrying. For those that are lawful concealed carry, you lawfully conceal and carry. You know how difficult it is sometimes, man. It just gets, regardless of whether how big or small your gun is, you know, it gets bulky and it gets tiresome. You getting out and you got to go to the store and like, okay, well, this person don't, okay, well, I got to leave it here. And it's just, I just want to be in a fucking environment where I don't have to worry about my head getting blown off. And that's not, for real, that's not asking that's not asking for much. It really isn't. Other than that, I'm out.